Yo, what's up? Welcome to CitrusLain. I'm your host, Jess, and happy Monday, my dudes. Hope your weekend went well. Mine was okay. I had to work on Saturday. That was kind of a bummer, but whatever. Come watch some creepy videos with me, won't you?
Another ether building that got covered up. This is mud sediment from the flood on the building that just breaks right off. This is all mud that just crumbles right away. This is not stone. This is dried mud and sediment. Look, crumbles right to dirt. All these points are electrical conductors. They rip the electrons from the air. It's going to ground the charge into this building through these bricks. This is all piezoelectricity. This is not a library. All mud right here. The brown on the brick, that is dried mud. This whole building got flooded out. You can see the weathering on the rock. That's all mud caked on there like concrete. You can see it literally forms a layer. You can peel it right off. You can literally pull it off into pieces. It's big. They put concrete in here to fill these spaces. This is not a foundation. This goes down, way down. Look at this right here, how this was laid. You see how it's all sloppy right here. All this is running right here across the brick. This is not even the same stone that's right here. They added this whole entire stepping system. They turned it into an old library. This all goes down. Look, that was a window right there. This comes down and drops off. These are not foundations. That is not a foundation. There's going to be a foundation with a date, a cornerstone, and a maker's mark. This is not a library. This is an abandoned ether center. Them windows right there, that's what the atom looks like. You can see all these stained glass windows get covered or ripped out and turned into antiques and collectibles. Look, here's another one. They ripped it right out. There is not a foundation on this whole building. It's in the ground. They covered it. There ain't one erected date on the face of this building.
I know the mud flood is just a theory, but this is some pretty compelling evidence. Whoever went through all this trouble to refurbish...
Man, it got caught up in the middle of it. Yeah, I mean, I agree with what Madrika was about to say. It is just a theory, but that's pretty... I don't know, that's not like super convincing, but it's something. It's better than nothing. I want people to go down into the buildings. Buy one of these buildings. Somebody get super rich, buy one of the buildings, and then just explore all the nooks and crannies in the building. I don't know what I'm doing with my hands. I want to believe that's an AI video. Thing is terrifying if it's real.
Liam Payne's Rolex watch is missing as Argentinian cops continue to investigate the pop star's death. Cops probe in the final hours of the One Direction star's life suspect the expensive timepiece has been stolen. Liam was reportedly wearing the watch at least 2 to 3 hours before he plunged from the third floor of his hotel balcony, Argentinian daily La Nación reports. But when his body was inspected by cops, Liam was no longer wearing the Rolex. Police sources told the paper, "We know from the images that were analysed that Payne was wearing a Rolex on the day of his death. He was wearing it in one hand at least 2 to 3 hours before he jumped into the void. We looked for him in the room at the Casa Sur Hotel where he was staying and we couldn't find him." Cops did not subsequently discover the watch during the raids on the 9 homes with those under investigation for his death. A source said the watch was searched for at the homes of the people accused of the crimes of abandonment of a person and supply facilitation of narcotics at the homes of the 2 women who were with Payne in the hotel room the afternoon of his death. Now they will turn their attention back to the hotel room Liam was in just before he died as cops conduct a second inspection. 3 people have been charged in connection with Liam's death, including a hotel worker and a suspected drug dealer.
I mean, yeah, somebody probably just stole it off of him, right? But I didn't realize that many people were involved in his death. That's crazy. God, that actually got me. Damn it. Run! Ah. I mean, are goblins mythical creatures? Yeah, that's Skinwalker. I just, my eyes went to a comment that said, that Skinwalker is so scary. That was pretty terrifying. It's just, pops up behind him. He's like, he just keeps walking a little bit. I know you guys just saw it with me, but it's just, The dread on his face was real. I can't believe the first one got me. Right there. Ah. The second to last one was, I think that dog just has rabies. But that was really, I didn't like that. The last one, Bella does that to me all the time. Does that mean she's a skinwalker? Oh no. Weird. Some of those seem like they're just, because there's so much going on, they just don't realize like that somebody's trying to shake their hand. I don't know. That's weird. The Kim Jong one. Did we get is that a speedster? That's so cool.
I just found an incredibly creepy hidden gem last night called The Cellar, made in 2022. Our main star here is Alicia Cuthbert. You might know her from the House of Wax remake. I had a couple of you recommend this to me, and I'm so glad you did, because this scared the crap out of me last night. So the story entails a married couple with a son and daughter, and they want to move into a new place, and they find this place that is extremely lavish, kind of like a mansion, like an Irish mansion. They don't know anything about the house's history other than the fact that they are selling it for very, very cheap, and they want to jump on this because they want their kids to have the dream house of a lifetime. However, something evil is lurking within this house. And as you can't already imagine, duh, it's in the cellar. But there are elements to this movie that gave me a combination of like Evil Dead Rise and Evil Dead mixed with Amityville Horror. And I love the vibe of Amityville Horror as well as the Evil Dead franchise. And I love movies that go into depth about basements and anything creepy and dark down in a home. This movie honestly was everything, and I'll definitely be watching it again. There aren't like crazy amounts of jump scares, it's just atmospheric and scary as hell. Let me know if you plan to watch The Cellar. I'll go ahead and put at the end where you can stream it. If you have seen it, let me know your spoiler-free thoughts within the comments. Follow for all things horror and spooky if you're new here.
I haven't seen that movie, but I want to. It seems cool. I'll definitely probably watch it in the next week or so. Also, she was in The Girl Next Door. That's where I remember her from. I completely forgot she was in the House of Wax remake. Mysterious doorway in Antarctica discovered on Google Maps near Showa Station. Showa, I don't know. Somebody else commented, it's likely an entrance to the Showa station that's right next to it, and I tend to agree, but man, that'd be so cool. Ah, it's Boo's door! It's Sully. It's Sully and Mike.
What the hell? Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah.
You're the people that I let the house to, right?
Yeah.
You're here on holiday.
Yeah. Who are you?
Well, I own the house. I'm Richard.
What are you doing?
No,
What then, mate? Yeah. Is that a?
I was thinking about going and having a shower now.
Where's your trousers? Where's your trousers?
If it's not inconvenient right now, I'd like to use the bathroom.
Excuse me, mate. We've rented this house from you.
Yeah. Well, any problems?
No, there's no problems, mate. Just like,
With the house?
well, yeah, I'm happy with the house, but like, what are you doing here?
I live here. Look.
Okay, but like, what are you doing, mate? Where's my privacy?
No. But if you remember correctly, I said it's 3-bedroom house, 2 receptions, kitchen, bathroom. That's what you got. That's what you're renting.
Okay.
I'm locking myself away here. I'm not going to get under your feet. But you might have noticed, actually, that because I bring all my plates out after dark, use the kitchen. But
So hold a minute, yeah. Whilst we're sleeping, yeah, you're going out in the kitchen.
yeah, well, I've got to put my dirty plates out there.
What are you just in a jail in there?
Look, sorry, I
And where's your clothes gone? Where's your clothes?
they're in the washing machine. Put the stuff in the washing machine. I hope you don't mind. But,
What the? But it's a bit weird. What's happening? What's happening here?
Look, this should be no problem. I'm not going to interfere with you.
But you're interfering with me now.
No. This is unfortunate. Normally, when I do all this at night, and you might have noticed after midnight there might be a bit of creaking on the stairs because it's me using the toilet. I was just sitting in there, and I think they're out.
You want to shout? Well, yeah, but I'm not out. Yeah, everyone else is gone. I'm here.
Well,
So hold a minute, yeah. So like, what are we renting the house for then? You're still here.
No, you've got the use of the house. You got the house.
But like, you're there in like your little layer.
You got the kitchen. Oh yes.
What do you mean, yeah?
Absolutely.
What do you mean, absolutely?
This is my little dungeon. I call it my dungeon.
How many people have you got in there?
Oh no, it's just me.
Yeah.
Look, it's just possible I might have some visitors from time to time, and I haven't told them that I've let the house out. You know, Airbnb, right? Airbnb. So I want to know where I am. Do you mind sort of letting them in and sort of just knocking on the door there?
A door.
I don't want, I don't want to interfere.
What else is there in this house? What else is there in this house, mate?
But that you need to know about.
Well, yeah, I'm just here, yeah. Everyone else has gone. I'm here, and then all of a sudden I see you. You look like Master Roshi from Dragon Ball Z.
I was listening very hard to with my ear to the wall to hear if there's anybody around. And I don't want to interfere with you. And I have a good listen before I come to the stairs and use the toilet in the middle of the night. And I'll tell you what, your wife does not snore. She really does.
Oh my god.
It started so creepy and so weird, but then the more I there's a comment, and I don't yeah, the comments decide everything for me. He is probably retired, and the only way for him to pay his mortgage is renting it out, but has nowhere else to go. He seems like a nice guy. I feel sad for him. Yeah, I don't disagree, man. And I have a good listen. Let's build Pops a bathroom in there so he doesn't have to bother. I don't know, man. I mean, it didn't explicitly say he wouldn't be in his in the paperwork. That's great. I want to believe that they're friends and that they all get along and they have Christmases together. I want to believe this. Also, the snoring bit was great.
Apple just announced that in their next upgrade coming this fall that they're going to actually put ChatGPT on every iPhone to collect and analyze all the data of yours that's flowing through an iPhone if you're using it. We did a side-by-side test between our phone and Google and Apple's. The Google and Apple phones seem to wake up between 2 and 3 at night, and they have this huge, like a 50 megabyte data dump that's sent out from the phone every night, sending off your preferences, everything you've done that day. Average kid in America, by the time they reach the age of 13, has had 72 million data points collected on them by big tech.
Wow.
Using that advertising ID.
Wow.
Each Google or Apple phone has a 32-digit advertising ID. It's a code. Someone could call it the mark of the beast that follows that device around everywhere. And that's how the tech companies track where that device goes to figure out proximity for advertising, sales, and who you're interacting with in your schedule. So again, we did Unplugged as a way for people to still communicate in the world, but not be giving off all their digital data to big tech, to people that really don't like them. Some people are sheep and they want to live like sheep and be treated like sheep. And not everyone is a sheep.
Oh yeah, and then your car is collecting data on you too, just in case you didn't know that. I mean, that almost doesn't look real, but okay. Yeah, it looks like she's wearing a skin suit. Looks like they're all wearing skin suits.
Well, I'm gonna give you a secret that Satan doesn't want you to know. Are you ready? You ever heard that first person voice saying, I'm never gonna be anything. I'm not anything. I'm ugly. I'm stupid. I won't accomplish much. And you know how it sounds like you? Because it's always speaking first person and it's saying I. What if I told you those sometimes that can be your subconscious? What if I told you that other times it's a demonic spirit speaking to you in first person, so you think that it's you, so you agree with it easier? And guess what? When you agree with it because you think that it's you open up a door. You give it legal right inside. So then you start hearing it more. You're like, well, maybe I'm not anything. Maybe I am stupid. Maybe I am dumb. And then when you start believing that, then you have believed the enemy's lie, which now gives him more legal right to speak to you that way and do other things in your life. Whenever you hear that, you have to learn how to counter it as Jesus did. Satan came to Jesus and said, if you be the Son of God. Jesus countered that with, it is written. You have to learn enough scripture and get enough scripture to be able to counterattack when the enemy speaks something to you with the, it is written, with something that corresponds with it. So keep that in mind. Don't allow the enemy to play with your mind ever again. Hit follow if you like Bible content like this. Have you ever thought to yourself, why did God create Leo? Why did he create these constellations? Listen, we're doing a 3-day class at the end of the month about this from a biblical perspective. Click the Eventbrite link in my story or bio to join. It's pre-recorded, so if you're doing Thanksgiving,
love yourself for sure. Don't speak negatively of yourself, and don't allow those negative thoughts to persist. Fight them off. You're better than that. But also hearing him say, follow if you like Bible content. That was just great. I love that.
Did you know that all eels in Europe and America are born in the Bermuda Triangle? Now let's talk about it. Now I'm sure we all know the Bermuda Triangle for being this mysterious place where all this unexplained stuff goes on. But did you know that eels might live in a landlocked part of Europe? And yet they would travel thousands of kilometers, even over land, just to get to the Bermuda Triangle. And yes, I said land. So they will do whatever it takes, even if they have to die in the process of getting to the Bermuda Triangle. They will do whatever it takes to get there. And they basically mate there. And I find that so weird because eels are like one of the only animals on Earth that scientists don't really know where they came from or even how they reproduce. Not only have eels never been seen mating, their eggs have never been found, nor have their reproductive organs. So they don't even know that eels have a reproductive organ. I mean, they must have it because they reproduce, but scientists don't know where it's at, even though they have done hundreds of dissections over thousands of years. And it was said that the mysteries of eels can be traced back to ancient Egyptian times. But over the years, researchers have, basically put trackers on the eels just to see if they all migrate to the Bermuda Triangle. But the eels always mysteriously disappeared. And so not too long ago, researchers was finally able to track European eels, and all of them migrated to the Bermuda Triangle. Like, y'all, even if it's a dam, they will climb over the dam just to get there. Like, what? Like, how do they all know where to go? I mean, I guess in a way it's like birds, they all know where to migrate, but like, that's still so bizarre that they all go to the Bermuda Triangle just to reproduce. Like, they just wake up one day and decide to go on an incredibly long journey just to spawn. Like, they have a big old freaknik in the Bermuda Triangle. But there's a lot of different conspiracies that I've seen and read about that has to do with eels. Some people believe that is why all these crashes and technical difficulties go, because of the electricity from the eel. That's a stretch, but I thought that was a funny little, thing to say. But then I seen something when people was like talking about like whenever there's like things that come out of space that just come down here, what if that's how eels became a thing? And I don't know, but like what if, like, have y'all ever watched that movie Slither? On that movie, basically it was something that came out of the sky and it had these like big worms. They were like basically like some type of alien. It was tied in with some type of extraterrestrial. And it was like thousands of these little slithery worm thingies. And that's what eels remind me of. Because it's so hard for scientists to even study them because they're dangerous. But let me know what y'all think.
I did not know that. That's fascinating. What? And they actually put trackers on them? I'm just going to take you at your word. That's crazy. What? I like that she was like, yeah, that's a stretch, but it's funny. We could be friends. Face beside the moon is so clear in Scotland. Saw that last night, couldn't believe the detail from Scotland, by the way. Footage from the Scottish Highlands is breathtaking. Most detailed face beside the moon captured to date. What is this phenomenon? Yeah, that's insane. That was like really clear. I thought that pictures of the moon were like being artificially enhanced. But I have no idea. That's cool.
Rockwall, Texas. Population 38,000. Claim to fame, the mysterious wall said to snake for miles beneath the city. 3 farmers stumbled across the massive stone wall in 1852. It's rumored to be 20 miles long and 7 stories deep. And people in these parts believe it was the work of an ancient civilization. Rumor has it the wall used to be above ground, but the wall and the truth about its origin have been buried over time. I don't know what to think. All I know is I want to see this thing for myself. You must be Adam.
You must be Scott.
How you doing?
Good to meet you. Thanks for coming out.
Hey, happy to be here. I'm really glad you called about this rock wall. I must have gotten 50 emails or telephone calls about this mysterious wall, so I had to come down and check it out.
Yeah, I bet you did. It's pretty popular. Obviously, the town was named after the wall, so a lot of people know about it.
More Tartarian architecture. I see. Yeah, I just kind of included it because it's beautiful and we still don't fully understand it. Drop your comments what you think Stonehenge was or is. It looks ritualistic, but I'm not. I don't know.
In the moonlight, my honey, I know with the dawn that you will be gone. But tonight you belong to me. Way down along the street.
It's a little alarming that it's all still like put together. Like I don't know. Like what happened to everybody? Man, AI's getting better every day. That was good. That was good.
Fake fruits.
So I cut watermelon for my kids, and they're all bringing it right back, saying they don't like the texture. I've seen enough videos of people posting rubbery watermelon. I can't believe I got one. I got a rubbery watermelon. The texture is so weird. Like, you gotta bend it so far before it will break.
So my mother was showing me that she opened the banana, that she thinks that these are not real bananas. We got it from the supermarket, but when she opens it and she breaks it in half, it gets very tough and doesn't really break. And when it pulls, it's like it's glue. It's very tight and doughy.
So I got this watermelon at Walmart, and I like to rinse my watermelon before I cut it, and it's like pinning.
Ew.
Does anybody has problems with their watermelon like this?
That's just disgusting. I mean, I've seen some of those videos before, but like watching them on the channel is a different thing. And I guess my family was either selective enough or lucky enough to not get any bunk food like that. Somebody says the watermelon has gone bad. It's not fake. And that's, I think that's in at least some situations, that's what's happening, is like people aren't paying attention to what they're getting. And so they're grabbing what is clearly like expired food. It's not that it's like government fake, but like, I don't know, man. Some of it's been kind of interesting, especially with like the rubber bananas and the rubber watermelons. That's crazy.
Hello. Buddy.
It's a big bear.
It's a big bear. Who are you, buddy? Oh my god.
Just relax.
maybe I'm dying.
He was so cute. And then somebody was like, my toxic trait is thinking he looks chill and I can go join him. Yeah. It's like, man, he looks like a dog right now. He doesn't look like a wild animal. I now understand the stupid people who are like, well, I can pet him. No, don't go pet wild animals, even in this situation. He's trying to lure you into a false sense of security. His pool now, squatters' rights, another commenter said. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Do the YouTube stuffs. First goal's 500, and then we're just going to keep working up from there. If you want to join the Discord, it's linked in the description below. Episodes air Monday through Thursday at 5 p.m. And I'll be back tomorrow. Have a good night. Bye.